Okay, let's get this started. Hi you guys, I am back. I know it's been a really long time. Let me come closer. Trying to get used to this camera. So, it's been a while. I believe the last thing that we spoke about was my family and I going on this vacation to Jamaica. So yes, we definitely went. We had a good time. It was a really good time. Let me try to run through it. Okay, so first we visited Clarendon. I'm gonna try to put like another video, which is like a vlog or something like that. That way you guys could like just see some of the highlights of the trip. But yeah, we had a really good time. I'm sorry I couldn't come to you guys sooner. There was a lot going on. Like for instance, you see my son in the background. Today was his graduation. And then we signed them out, I guess, after. So I just signed them out. So yeah, let's get into it, because it wasn't all good, okay? I mean, it's vacation, so of course it's good, but it didn't go as smoothly as we planned, you know? But it was good. It was good. It was good. So first, we went to Clarendon. We were there for like 10 days. The plan was like just to stay in Clarendon for like 6 days or so, and then we do 6 days and then stay the other 4 days, you know, 3 was at the hotel. That did not work out, like, at all. So, what ended up happening, everything was going good in Clarendon. You know, I was with my in-laws. My husband had fun, you know. I had fun too. Got to meet up with a lot of people that we haven't seen in a long time. My daughter at the airport, her dad got her as planned. So that went according to plan. So she didn't come to Clarendon. She was just with her dad. Now, so me and my husband and my son were in Clarendon. We're having a good time, but then the mosquitoes, y'all, like, ooh, my son is not used to that at all. Like, even though we did have a fan, okay, we had our fan. To me, it was good. I didn't get any bites. I don't think so. But my son just could not tolerate it. I felt so bad for him. He was like getting eaten alive. Like, he had mosquito bites on his face, his arms, legs, everywhere. It was horrible. He was crying. He was sad. And not only that, I mean, I love them to death, but there was no Wi-Fi there. So, yeah, I felt like I was choking, okay? So, so basically I was like, babe, I know, you know, we were supposed to stay here, but I'm sorry, like, I can't do it. There's no entertainment for me. Cotton's getting, you know, bit up by mosquitoes. I think we should cut the Clarendon trip short. So he was, you know, on board with that. He's like, he understands, you know, got to do what's best. I'm just looking at myself, y'all, because I feel so good, because on my trip, y'all, I thought I would gain weight while I was there, but I actually freaking lost 5 pounds, y'all. Did you hear me? Almost 5 pounds. It's like 4.5 pounds. I lost 4.5 pounds in that 10 days on that trip. Okay, y'all. So I'm feeling myself. Let me stand up real quick. Give y'all the tea. Look at that girl. Look at that girl. Look at that girl. Now watch my belly, but I look good, y'all. I look good. But yeah, so I lost freaking 4.5 pounds on my trip, which is amazing. Let me come a little closer. Yeah, so, and I feel like I needed that trip because like my skin, like I feel like I'm glowing. The glow up is real. You need a vacation sometimes, you know, because it just makes you feel better, you know. So yeah, back to the vacation. Sorry. So everything was all good. It was going great, but yeah, we had to check out early. We left Clarendon and we looked for this hotel. If you're there, it's called Sky Castle. That wasn't the place that we originally booked. The place that we booked was for Richmond Estates because it had to be able to facilitate all those people. Remember, it's supposed to be a total of 20 people that were supposed to be joining us, okay? 20 people. Excuse me, in total. So, that's why we did Richmond at the end for the last 3 days of the trip. So before that, we left Clarendon after 3 days. We spent three days at this other place in Ocho Rios. It's called Sky Castle, Columbus Heights or whatever. It was so peaceful, you guys. Like, next time I go back, I'm definitely gonna go to Sky Castle and spend some time. It's definitely not as bougie as Richmond, but it was so nice. It was so peaceful. The view was amazing. Like, we could look out from the balcony and look at like the ocean. We saw the cruise ships come in. We saw Carnival come in, and it was centered like right in the town. So that was nice. So we spent 3 days there. The crazy part about it, we chartered a taxi because we didn't end up getting the car yet. So let me just get to that. We chartered a guy from Clarendon to take us to Ocho Rios. Now, the driver, he's a great guy. We had a good time. He drove us there. He's like, hey, you know, you guys are cool people. And, you know, my husband, he's like, we called my husband Blue. So he was like, Blue, I'm going to spend some time with you. You know, I can't just drop you off and not spend some time. So we're like, cool. So he's like, did y'all need anything in the town? Because where it is, like Columbus Heights, you got to go up this like little hill or whatever. Ain't nobody going up no hill without a car. So I was like, no. I was like, yeah, let's take this ride with him. Thank you. So he took us, we went to the supermarket. We stocked up on some liquor. We got some snacks. And what else? Oh, and then we went to KFC. Got the KFC, came home. It was so good in that place. Like, the AC was perfect. Everything was just perfect there, you know. So we went home. He spent some time with us, you know. They were outside, they were talking. I was inside watching TV, relaxing myself, while the guys were outside. We took me, my husband, my son, and then my husband carried his brother along with us early. So he was there with us the entire time. And so it was my husband, the driver, and his brother outside just hanging out, chilling on the balcony. So then it's time to go home. After he's finished eating, he had a drink. He didn't really have that much to drink, you know. He just had enough to where, you know, he was just enjoying himself, you know. And my husband was like, you sure you don't want to... You sure you're good? And he's like, yeah, I'm sure I'm good. I'm good. And then we got a call the next morning that the driver crashed on his way back home. He totaled his entire car. Like, you guys, I have to put that in there also. He totaled the car. I felt so bad. I mean, his shoulder, I think it was dislocated, but thank God nothing major happened to him. And my husband was like, I feel it, because I was gonna say to him, why don't you spend the night? You know, but he didn't want to really, you know, go to someone and be like, hey, spend the night with us. But, you know, sometimes you have to follow your mind sometimes. I wish he stayed the night, because he would have had his car. I mean, now he has his car back already, thank God. He had insurance, and he had family members to help him get a car and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm happy he's okay. Then after he left that night, my husband's other cousin came through, and he's like, hey, what's going on? He told us about this party that Javalani would be performing at. And we were like, yeah, we would definitely want to go to a party. I think the party was that was on like a Wednesday he came over, or Thursday. Either a Wednesday or a Thursday, I think. Or Tuesday, I don't remember, but he was telling us about a weekend party. So, and then also we were telling him, the guy that's supposed to be giving us the car rental, remember I canceled the car rental from the airport because the guy who rented us the villas at Richmond Estates, he's like, hey, we do car rental service also. I can rent you guys a nice SUV Toyota RAV4. We saw the pictures, everything looked nice, so we were like, okay. Canceled our airport reservation for a car rental. Long story short, the guy didn't come through. He said, oh, the car got in an accident for with the last person who rented it, and he wouldn't be able to provide us with that, which sucked. You know, I mean, he was great. He gave us back our deposit the day that we checked into the villa. We just deducted it from the price that we owed for the villas, and that was not a problem. It was just inconvenient that we had to end up looking for a whole nother car, you know. So thank goodness my husband's cousin, he had connections. He got us a car the same day we asked him for it. The car was there like an hour later. He's like, here, you know. So we rented a car from his friend, and it worked out great. So yeah, so that was that for Sky Castle. Like I said, it was amazing. We went to the pool, we had a swim. It was just so relaxing, you guys. I definitely am gonna try to put a vlog together. I don't know, I just had so many things going on when I got back, y'all. So yeah, so then we left there, we went to Richmond, where more drama started. So the night before Richmond, I posted some pictures or whatever in my swimsuit, and my baby father, my daughter's father, well, first my brother, he's like, oh, send me some of the pictures you took from the pool. So I sent them to my brother. He is friends with my baby's father, my daughter's father. So he looked at his status, his WhatsApp status, and saw that he posted my pictures. So when I called, because I call every day to check on my daughter, to check on Princess. So when I called him, it was like, hey, can I talk to Princess? He's like, yeah, but I wanted to tell you that was a nice picture that you posted. He was like, that was a nice picture that you posted yesterday. You look so nice. Then he's like, you know, you have a beautiful face. You look good from the front. Oh, but you have no ass. When it comes to the back, you know, I have no ass. Why he decided to tell me this randomly, I have no idea. Well, actually, I do have an idea. He's just freaking jealous because, you know, It happens sometimes. You shoot your shot and you miss. You know, you don't realize what you have until it's gone. You know, and that's just all that it was for him. So, of course, I was kind of disappointed that he said that. And, of course, I went and I told my husband. So when I told my husband, like, he was pissed because he's like, I don't want to have to fix this guy's mistakes. Like, oh, I was getting messages. So he's like, I don't want to have to fix this guy's mistakes. You came here in a good mood. You're feeling positive, and now he's trying to break your vibes. Hell nah. Like, that's not going to happen. So the next day, we're all meeting up to check in at Richmond. My family, my husband's family, my friends, whatever. And my daughter's father pulls up with his girlfriend and Princess. And, you know, he hangs out with my brother for a little while at his villa. And, of course, my husband is like, this motherfucker is getting too comfortable. Because first off, you come here, you don't even greet me, you don't say anything. You pass me, you go to, you know, her brother's villa, and, you know, he could have just said hi, you know. I mean, they're not on good terms, but he could have at least said hello or whatever. And I'm quite sure it would have turned out differently. I'm laughing, you guys, because it turned out like crazy. What ended up happening, my husband went over there with his brother and went up to my daughter's father and was like, yo, some boy get too comfortable around here, so, you know, and you're gonna have to leave the block. You have to leave the block or whatever and all this. And I'm like, oh no, like, I was not expecting this to happen right now or ever. You know, and it almost ended up like really physical. Like, a lot of words were being thrown and threats were being made, and it was very chaotic. At the moment, I was so embarrassed and so upset because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. You know, the guy originally told us when we got the keys, when we got the codes for the doors, he's like, listen, you can't have any violence or anything like that, because if security comes and or someone hears that, you will be escorted off of the property and everything. I'm like, okay. So I wasn't expecting all of that to happen, but it did. Then my husband's like, you gotta leave. Then when he was leaving, you know, my daughter's father was talking. So my husband's like, oh, okay, so you want to talk or whatever. So then he takes his car and blocks my baby father's car in front of the driveway, y'all, so that he can't leave. And I was like, babe, please don't do this. Like, I just didn't want the drama. You know, you had to be there to see it, you guys. I mean, now I'm laughing because now it's funny to me. But at the time, I didn't know what the freak was going to happen. You know. But, I mean, long story short, he left. And after that, everything was good. It was good. You know, the next day we went to the beach, I think. We went to the beach and we had a fun time there. We took a little boat ride with everybody. We went and just checked out the view. Can you come out of the camera with no clothes on? Can you go put on some, come show yourself since you want to show yourself. He is too funny. Come on. Look right here. Say hi. Yeah. Now go put a shirt on or something. He just had his little suit on for graduation day and he just took it off. But anyways, Kynan, please go. I'm busy. So yeah. Yeah, we took a boat ride, enjoyed the scenery, just had so much fun. It was just so much bonding time and family time. My brother brought a girl with him. He claims it wasn't his girlfriend, it was just a friend. And I was like, are you sure about her? I don't really know her, but if you think she's okay, then bring her along. You know, I said, because really and truly, a big country people they on this a trip, and the only person who come from town is your girl. She come from Spanish Town. I don't know Spanish Town. I don't know her, so just make sure she's correct, because you just never know, you know. So he's like, no, she's good, she's good. Okay. Long story short, the girl, like he knew like she had a boyfriend or whatever. And he's like, that's my friend, but she has a boyfriend. She's in an open relationship. Come to find out, it was a lie. She's not in an open relationship. She's with a man who has a baby mother that he lives with. It's not an open relationship because it's not okay for her to speak to other men. It's just okay that she knows that he's with his woman. She's a side chick, pretty much. But it was just crazy because he didn't know anything about her boyfriend. Until one day she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to leave. She tells my brother, hey, I have to leave early. He wants me to leave now because he thinks she's on a girls' trip. But you mean to tell me we're outside on Sunday, the day before we're supposed to leave, and she's saying she needs to check out early. She's like, can you guys bring me into the town? And we're like, yeah, give us about an hour, you know, because my husband's mom and his people, his dad was leaving, and his sister and his niece were leaving. So he was like, yeah, just, you know, just come and just give us an hour, and once my people leave, then we'll drop you into the town. Honey, an hour was not long enough for her. So what ended up happening was, we're standing outside. I called my brother. I'm like, oh, come meet his other sister, because his other sister came in their taxi to pick up his mom and dad. She didn't get to come on the trip because she had to stay home. She was raising some, I think, chickens or something, and she didn't want to leave them, and she didn't have anyone to leave them with. So she just came to pick up the rest of her family. So when she came, I'm like, come meet his sister. So he walked from his villa over to ours. And as soon as he did that, we see this freaking police car driving down our block. So we're like, okay, no big deal. And then next thing you know, we're looking at the police car, and it's going to the villa that my brother was in. The girl's boyfriend is a police officer. Yeah, y'all, a police. So, and you know, they kind of, no offense, not all, but y'all know how those Jamaican police stay. They're like crazy and super jealous. Again, not all, because my cousin that was on the trip, her fiance, he's a police officer also. You know, but so not all, but a lot of them, y'all, they're crazy. But anyways, like they're just controlling. You know, they're controlling. They like to make sure that they stay on top of things. You know, and I was so surprised. She didn't even get to tell my brother bye. She didn't get to tell anyone bye. I just looked down the street. I saw her step into the vehicle with the police car, and when the car passed us, it was him with like 2 other officers in the car. So I'm like, bro, you need to pick and choose wisely what kind of females you hang out with, because this could have ended up so differently if I didn't call you to introduce yourself to my husband's sister. You know, suppose he went there and you were in there. You know, it just could have worked out differently. I said, you need to stay away from her, because first of all, you shouldn't be talking to anyone that has someone. I mean, it's your choice, your preference, but me personally, that's dangerous in itself, because love is a dangerous thing. People will do anything for love, you know, some people. And clearly he would do anything, because the story that I'm hearing is, because even after I told my brother, don't talk to her when we leave, of course, he went back and he spoke to her, and he's like, I'm sorry, sis, but I couldn't stop talking to her. The cocoon was too good. I'm like, the cocoon? So you gonna die over some You know what I'm saying? He's like, most of the girls in bed are boring, but she is fire, you know? So I guess that's why everyone's going so crazy over her. I don't know. But yeah, so those were the top highlights of drama for the trip. I just wanted to fill you in on that. And oh, the biggest thing of this entire trip that pissed me off, and I know the people that are watching this, some of them are the people included, and I really don't care what you have to say, because clearly I don't, because I'm putting it out there. They didn't come. The entire time, remember this trip was over a month. I gave everyone a heads up. They had over a month to plan, or whatever the heck they needed to say to me. They could have said before that time. They did not come. They did not show up. 3 of my guests did not show up. Out of the 3, only one of them messaged me in the morning about some toothache that she may or may not have had. I don't know, and I don't care. You know, but at least she had some type of decency to text me that. She's like, hey, I can't come today. Tooth sick, whatever. I was like, okay. The other 2, they made me believe they were coming, and they just didn't show up. They didn't call. They didn't text. They have my number. I even got a Jamaican phone number when I got there and gave it out to them. They never called that number. They didn't WhatsApp my number. They didn't do anything. I tried reaching out to them. I couldn't get a hold of them. One of them, it took me reaching out to her, and she's like, yo, you know, say, I'm sorry, you know, should I not link you, but I have a guest at my house and I can't leave. So you didn't know that before, you know? Because the thing is this. I spent money. Me and my husband are not drug dealers. We're not. We're just fortunate enough, we're blessed enough to work hard and have money to spend at times, which most people do when you work here. You get to spend sometimes. We like spending not on like fancy clothes or hair and nails and all that. We like traveling. So that's what we took that money and did. Instead of getting 3 villas, I could have ended up only getting 2 because of the guests. His cousin was supposed to come with his woman. He did not show up. He did not show up at all. He never notified him or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I think, to me, that's just fucking disrespectful. Excuse my language, but how do you not have common sense to let someone know, hey, I'm not coming? I could have saved that money, or I could have spent that money wiser. Like, I could have spent it on the people that were here, on the guests that were here. We could have went out other places. We could have did more. You know what I'm saying? Instead of wasting it on empty rooms that no one was in. You know? Like, I could have just got 2 villas instead of 3. And that would have saved me, like, $600. You know? And, it's just crazy to me that people have no class to not notify a person that's paying for everything. It's one thing if, you know, you had to come up with your own money or whatever. We're paying for your food. We're paying for your villa. We're paying for the admission of all the places that you were going to. And you could notify us and say, hey, I can't come. Like, I'm sorry, but that's dumb. Like, how dumb is that? So what I did, immediately as soon as I got back, I just blocked their ass, because I sent out a PSA, a public service announcement. I said, hey, FYI, I realized that some of you that I've been thinking were close friends of mine, which is weird because some of them text me either on a daily basis or probably 3 times, 4 times a week. You know, and we have serious conversations, we have funny conversations, we laugh, all of that. I thought they were close to me, and that's why I invited those close people to come on this trip and to have a fun time with us. Kaiden, can you turn that down? Yeah, so, but they weren't that close, obviously, you know, so I'm like, since you guys, I realize you guys are social media friends, So I'm going to keep you on social media. I think my WhatsApp, I'm not going to, include that as social media because that's a little bit more private for me. So I'm going to keep you guys on the social media. I didn't block them from my Facebook or my Insta or whatever. I just blocked their ass from my WhatsApp because sometimes I be putting up a lot of tea on my WhatsApp. Sometimes I got a lot of crazy stuff going on with my husband and they see that, or because I think they're my real friends, and I can't get that. I realize I'm not that close with them as I thought I was. So that's why it's hard for me to say I have a real friend because I've been let down a lot, but that's another story for another day. But overall, that trip was freaking amazing. It was so good. The party was so good with Javelani. Oh, I wore this bomb dress and I put my hair up in a ponytail. I was looking bomb, y'all. But yeah, I'll go ahead and upload this, and I'll try to go ahead and put little pieces, like a little vlog of my trip. I took little videos as I went on. It's not going to be cookie cutter perfect, but it's going to be just a little summary of the trip. So I'll get back to you guys with another video, hopefully sooner than later. And yeah, so, and if you haven't already, please subscribe and comment down below if you'd like. That's fine. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.